President Carlisle, all are assembled for the Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science Commencement Ceremony. You may be seated.
Well, thank you, Dr. McGee, President of the Academic Senate. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I am Dr. David Carlisle, President and CEO of Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science. And I welcome you to the 40th Annual Commencement Ceremony. I now want to introduce to you John W. Patton, Sr., CDU General Counsel and Secretary to the Board, who will give the invocation. Mr. Patton.
Please bow your heads. Gracious God, we thank you for answering the desperate cry for justice decades ago from South Los Angeles and elsewhere by bringing into being Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science. It is now 2024, and you have blessed CDU to inspire, train, and graduate another stellar group of healthcare practitioners and scientists. These graduates have overcome many obstacles to arrive at the high place where they find themselves today, to this great day of celebration. There is much work for these 2024 graduates to do. The world is sick and broken. People who look like us are suffering and not receiving the health care that they need and deserve. For far too long, this unequal dispensation of health care has been the state of affairs in many communities, but change is coming. Seeds of that change are in this room. It is time for the powerful words of Martin Luther King Jr. in his day, words Dr. King got from you, God, to come to pass in this day. Let these graduates and all of us here present be determined to work and fight until justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. As you know, God, these graduates are special. They are tools in your hands specially designed to touch sick and hurting people at the bottom of society. We pray that these special graduates will demonstrate your compassion for the least of these. God, enable these graduates to go out and bring about CDU's vision, which is fundamentally a spiritual vision, excellent health and wellness for all in a world without health disparities. Perhaps we will live to see that world. After all, this is the world that you, God, in your original design, intended for us all to live in together. This is our prayer. Thank you for answering our prayer. Amen.
Well, thank you, Mr. Patton, for your very spirited invocation to start this ceremony. So once again, good morning, graduates. On behalf of our esteemed faculty, Board of Trustees, staff, and everyone else at the university, welcome to the 40th CDU Commencement Ceremony. To our distinguished guests, proud families, and friends, welcome. And most importantly, welcome to the remarkable graduates of the Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science Class of 2024. Today we celebrate not just your remarkable achievements, but your formidable resolve and dedication. First, allow me to introduce some distinguished individuals who share the podium, the platform with us today. As I call your name, please stand and be recognized. First, we have, of course, our board chair, Mr. John Bacchus. Our Vice Chair, Dr. Scott Weingarten. Trustees, Byung-Soo Kim, Deborah Freund. Our faculty trustee, Bita Amani. And he's not on the platform because he's receiving a degree today, but maybe he can stand for us also. We have our student trustee, Jesus Terrazas. Where are you, Jesus? We also have some other great guests on the platform. You've heard from President Tom McGee from our Academic Senate already, President of the Senate. We have the Vice President of the Academic Senate as well. That is Dr. Sheba George, Professor George. And joining us also, we have our student, Gabriel Carter, who will be giving us a great presentation at the end of the ceremony. And Gabriel's a graduate as well. Kathleen Brown, Dr. Brown from UCLA. I will just ask our senior executives also to stand. We have our Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Sylvia Manning. Angela Minifield, Senior Vice President. Elizabeth Baskerville, Senior Vice President. Professor Olola Ogunyemi, Vice President for Research. Carl McLaney, Vice President for Administration. Sylvie Drew Ivey, Special Assistant to the President. Thank you all. Thank you all. We also have our gonfaloniers, and I don't have their names individually, but if you're carrying a gonfalon today, please stand and be recognized. Graduates, your journey at CDU has been framed by a powerful resolve to challenge the status quo, exemplified by this year's theme inspired by Dr. Angela Davis. I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I am changing the things I cannot accept. This message resonates deeply with the ethos of our university and your personal commitments as emerging and continuing healthcare leaders. During your time at CDU, you have been equipped with knowledge, skills, and a vision to address and reduce healthcare disparities, indeed, health disparities. A vision that you are now ready to turn into action. You are graduating in a world overflowing with challenges, yet filled with opportunities to effect change. As CDU graduates, you are uniquely prepared to lead this change, not just to practice healthcare, but to transform it in ways that are equitable, inclusive, and compassionate. Each of you has shown resilience and courage, characteristics that are essential for the path you have chosen. In your career, you will encounter systems resistant to change and insurmountable challenges. Remember this moment, though, your education and your purpose. Lean on your CDU family and the communities that you all come from and represent. You are not alone in your quest to change what you cannot accept. As you step forward from today, you carry the legacy of thousands of CDU students and alumni who have been pioneers and advocates for communities often left behind. You join a robust network of professionals who are leaders in healthcare, driven by a mission to serve and heal. Engage with this community, draw on its strength, and contribute to its richness. Graduates, today marks the end of one significant chapter in your lives and the beginning of another. As you move from being students to being leaders in healthcare, hold on to the belief and change that brought you to CDU. Let it guide your decisions, inspire your actions, and remind you that you have the power to make a difference. The world needs and awaits your contributions, your courage, and your commitment to healthcare that honors every individual's right to wellness and dignity. Go forth with confidence, for you are well prepared for the tasks ahead. Change what you cannot accept, and may your efforts be blessed with success and significance. Congratulations, class of 2024, on your well-deserved milestone. I'm profoundly proud of each and every one of you, and I'm very excited to see where your journey will lead next. Congratulations again to the class of 2024. And I am now pleased to introduce our board chair, Mr. John Paucus, also the CEO and president of LA Care Health Plan, otherwise known as the largest federally qualified health plan in the known universe. Mr. Paucus.
Well, good morning. Thank you, President Carlisle, and greetings to everyone. This is a day of celebration and anticipation. To all of the graduates who gathered here, and I might add, looking fantastic, we salute your hard work, your sacrifices, and persistence that places you here in your seats of honor, and they are seats of honor, especially in light of the many obstacles you had to confront and overcome over these last several years to reach this happy day. And so we celebrate you. At the same time, the world and its many troubles, inequities, and disparities is awaiting you. People are hurting, and your healing hands are sorely needed. I know that in my day job. You are healthcare practitioners and researchers, leaders who will meet the challenges that we will face in your careers. Go out and fight for the social justice and health equity for underserved populations. That is CDU's mission that you have embraced. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I commend your achievements to this point of your careers and look forward to your even greater accomplishments in the future. Dream extremely big dreams in your professions and then even exceed those dreams. Make good use of the skills CDU has placed and sharpened in you. Perhaps you will see CDU's vision realized in your lifetimes. I'm going to say you will see CDU's visions achieved in your lifetimes because you'll do it. It's excellent health and wellness, all in a world without health disparities. Celebrate today and do great things tomorrow. Thank you all.
Well, thank you, Chair Baucus. Next, I want to invite Dr. Kiosha Partlow, Vice Provost of Student Affairs, to the podium. Dr. Partlow.
Thank you, President Carlisle. I am honored today to introduce our 2024 class speaker, Gabrielle Carter. Ms. Carter is a graduate candidate for the Psychiatric Nurse Practitioner Postmaster Certificate Program. Please welcome Gabrielle Carter.
Wow, it's huge. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud parents, fellow graduates, today we gather to celebrate a significant milestone in our lives, the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. As we stand on the cusp of a new chapter, I'm honored to address you all and share a message that resonates deeply with our collective journey. I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I am changing the things I cannot accept. These powerful words, spoken by the remarkable Dr. Angela Yvonne Davis, encapsulate the essence of our growth and transformation throughout our educational journey. They serve as a guiding light, urging us to embrace the responsibility we now hold as graduates to create a positive change in the world. Throughout our academic careers, we've encountered numerous challenges, numerous obstacles, both personal and societal. We've witnessed injustices, inequalities, and systems that perpetuate them. We've seen the faces of adversity, and we have heard the voices of those marginalized and silenced. But today, as we stand here, we declare that we no longer accept these circumstances as unchangeable. Instead, we choose to be the catalyst for change, the champions of progress, and the architects of a better future. Whether we choose to challenge ingrained social norms, advocate for the marginalized, or work towards sustainability, our actions matter. By challenging the things we cannot accept, we become the change agents the world so desperately needs. We become the embodiment of hope, resilience, and progress. As we embark on this new chapter, I urge you, my fellow graduates, to embrace the spirit of Dr. Davis' words. Embrace the discomfort that comes with challenging the status quo. Embrace the responsibility we have to create a better world. And more importantly, embrace the belief that change is possible and that it starts with each and every one of us. Congratulations, class of 2024. Let us go forth and change the things we cannot accept for the betterment of ourselves, our communities, and our world. Thank you.
Well, it is now my distinct pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Dr. Thomas A. Parham. As the esteemed 11th president of California State University, Dominguez Hills, President Parham has devoted his career to advancing educational opportunities, promoting social advocacy, and community empowerment. A dedicated family man and scholar and good friend, his contributions to community uplift and youth empowerment are truly inspiring. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Parham to the stage.
Good morning. Wait a minute. Let me say good morning to the rest of you. Good morning. I want to begin my remarks by expressing my sincere thanks and appreciation to your President, David Carlisle, for the invitation to address you today. Let me also, in thanking Dr. Carlisle, thank another one of my friends, Dr. Deborah Prothro-Stith, who I'm delighted to see you here in this particular space. I was reading her work a long time ago, so I know the kind of stellar professionals you have in your midst. But let me also reaffirm the pride I have in the close relationship between the California State University that I lead and Charles R. Drew University, particularly our recent relationship along with Compton Unified Schools, Compton College, Kedron Health Clinic, St. John's Hospital, as well as Assemblymember Mike Gibson, to the Compton Community Health Professions Partnership. All of this is seeking to create a pipeline of applicants to programs that each of you are graduating from today. I also want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all of you graduates and to the families who have gathered here today as you cross the threshold into the professional world. How proud we are of all of your achievements. Now, in doing so, I also want to provide an ode to the great physician Imhotep. How surprised was I to walk in this morning and see his image on your program and on the mace, in fact, that led us in. And while I know that many physicians used to take the Hippocratic Oath, about do no harm. I'm also reminded today, as a scholar of African psychology, that Imhotep was central in the overall development of ancient medical knowledge and practice. In fact, it was Imhotep practicing medicine and writing the subject 2,200 years before Hippocrates was even on the planet. Somebody know what I'm talking about today. And he's considered the author of the Edwin Smith Papyrus, an Egyptian medical text. And this work by Imhotep was written in Egyptian hieroglyphics, revealing a modern approach to treating injuries. And unlike the works of his time, there's little reference to magical treatments. Every injury in that text is described and diagnosed with the following treatments, prognosis, explanatory notes, and Imhotep's examination are described similar to modern-day doctor visits. The prognosis he wrote began with the following phrase: an ailment I will handle is, an ailment I will fight with is, an ailment for which nothing can be done is, right? And the U.S. National Library of Medicine's article on the subject says, these could be seen as the earliest forms of medical ethics, as an ancient physician would generally refuse to treat a condition he knew was fatal. So indeed, while Hippocrates is credited by historians with moving the subject of medicine away from the supernatural approach and as the father of medicine, but it is Imhotep whose contributions predate Hippocrates' birth and solidify his true place in history as the father of medicine. So I want to give a shout out to Imhotep. Let's see if we can't give him some love. Now, in embracing your theme this year, I asked Dr. Carlisle, what would a university president talk about today? And he said, let's think about our theme. No longer accepting the things I cannot change, but changing the things I cannot accept. That's deep, but I want you to know what you're in for. This is not just a theme on a program. This is a commitment y'all about to make. So y'all ready? Let's talk about this. I didn't hear you. Y'all ready? Let's talk about this. See, because life is going to present each of you with opportunities, challenges, and responsibilities to operationalize that sentiment. But changing the things you cannot accept requires, if not demands, that you each establish a personal threshold of tolerance regarding life's activity and circumstance. Y'all feeling me? And so when you think about that, exactly what are you prepared to accept and tolerate in your personal and professional lives that balance out the price of your activism and engagement with the cost of your silence? Let me say that again. You got to balance out the price of your activism and engagement with the cost of your silence. So let me just pause a minute and remind you about an old piece of African wisdom that says that life at its best is a creative synthesis of opposites and fruitful harmony. Has a lot of different meanings, but one of them is sometimes your greatest strength will also be your greatest weakness. Sometimes your greatest weakness is your greatest strength. It just depends on the context. So you as the healers have to be prepared to synthesize those opposites and weigh that cost-benefit analysis. We're going to get there in a minute. Now, in my thinking, Angela Davis's quote aligns very well with one from Dr. Martin Luther King. We already called out Dr. King's name this morning. And I got some Malcolm in me, but I got some Martin in me too. So let's get started. But Dr. King argued that our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter. Now, some of you may think it's strange that I would combine a quote from two individuals stereotypically represented at different ends of the political spectrum in Black American life and culture. And yet, reconciling the strengths and weaknesses of an integrationist ideology on one side and a culturally nationalist ideology on the other is exactly the kind of thinking you'll have to do as healthcare professionals while you negotiate the continued pathways to your own productivity and success. You'll have to reconcile your passions for progress and appetites for change amid an ambiance of perceived sacrifice in ways that are similar to W.B. Du Bois versus Booker T, or Malcolm and Martin, or Jesse and Minister Farrakhan, or even Barack Obama. He had to deal with the same kind of challenges. Y'all ready for this? Y'all really ready for this? See, all wanted freedom. All wanted justice, equity, and fairness, but believed in the path that they chose as the proper avenue to instigate change. And yet the cost of freedom, graduates, is never free. And my friends, right, there are dues to be paid if change is what you seek. Now, in my thinking, similar, I think, to what Angela Davis described in that 1972 speech, which is where I believe your quote for this year's theme is taken, one needs to act, right, as if it were possible to radically transform the world. Let me say that again. You need to act as if, right, it were possible to radically transform the world and not just settle for the way things have always been. Now, let me be a psychologist for a moment, because since ideas are the substance of behavior, oh, you did not hear me. Since ideas are the substance of behavior, right? You have to then interrogate what are the conceptual templates that are required to drive that sense of belief and intentionality. So imagine you got a little pop-up in your head and there's a conceptual template in there. Y'all feeling me? How about y'all over there? Y'all feeling me? All right. First of all, you got to have a little pop-up in your head that believes that what you do is significant, worthwhile, and makes a difference. Second, you've got to dream about what's possible and not just settle for what is comfortably traditional. But most of all, and hear me well if you're taking notes on them little devices you got, you will need to unlock the shackles of conceptual incarceration that keep you locked in the way things have always been rather than the way things might be. But let me invite you to remember what you're clapping for. See, the African-American poet Langston Hughes reminds us that we should hold fast to dreams, for if they die, life is just a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. Graduates, Langston Hughes' prose invites you to embrace the role of healer, who is charged with preventing wings from breaking and mending those that do. That is what healers do. That sounds like an applause line to me. But hear me well. From the gates of Charles Drew University in South Central Los Angeles, in embracing your role as healer, I believe you cannot be a healing presence in the lives of people you will touch if you lose the capacity to believe that people can elevate themselves to rightful places of rulership and mastery over their own circumstance. You can't be a healer if you do that. So we all know access to health care is a vital component of community well-being, yes? And for far too long, areas in and around Los Angeles have been mired in a morass of healthcare shortfalls and a lack of facilities, a dearth of experience and qualified professionals, and to populations whose specific behaviors and lifestyle choices render them more vulnerable. But you healers, you as healers, cannot give up and lose hope. I teach others, as wise elders taught me. You got to muster strength in the midst of fear and intimidation. You got to persevere through adversity that is inevitable in life. You got to live life with integrity. I'm talking about being honest and trustworthy to be resilient when life knocks you down. You've got to imagine what's possible and not just probable, and you've got to master the cultural disposition of transformation. Now, you know transformation, right? Because there are 3 African cultural dispositions you got to be clear about. Sometimes you got to improvise. Sometimes you got to transform, and sometimes you just got to rise above it, like the brothers on the corner say, it just be like that, and just transcend it and keep on moving on. So if you want to change things you cannot accept, then you need to develop a mental fortitude that becomes the substance of your behavior. Ideas are the substance of behavior. Now, with respect to opportunities, you're the latest generation to inherit the promise of a better life. Except none of that is realized if you don't help create the change you want to see in the world. Indeed, some of you may have the opportunity to have a comfortable seat on the mezzanine of life's journey, passively watching life go by. But you'll also have an opportunity to be down front advocating for greater access to health care, policies and practices that are more patient-friendly, and a profession that cannot judge its worth simply on reimbursement levels that they are receiving from patients and third-party payers. Now, with respect to challenges, one of the challenges, right, that you will have to deal with, particularly being physicians and nurses of color and underrepresented folk, post-bac graduates, is how do you maintain a sense of your own cultural integrity in the world that doesn't support or affirm your humanity as people of color and women? Let me say that again. The central issue in your identity, this idea, one of these bubbles in your head, your conceptual template, is how do you maintain a sense of your own cultural integrity in the world that won't support or affirm your humanity as a person who is demographically different? Who are each of you at the core of your being? And how will you allow your identity to frame and shape your activities is the question you all need to reconcile. Your second challenge will be to interrogate the question of what are you prepared to sacrifice? See, standing up and speaking out for justice in healthcare professions will bring some scrutiny that is sometimes unwanted, yes? And while I would hope that your voice is not tethered to an anchor of cautious reflection where your sound is muted by that insatiable need to seek validation and valuation from people you believe should approve of the content and process dynamics of your speech, none of that comes without sacrifice. Your challenge, graduates, will be to decide what you are prepared to sacrifice in order to do more good and to serve, even as you understand that there's accountability and a cost and a consequence for standing up for what you believe in. Indeed, the late Shirley Chisholm reminds us that service is the rent we pay for the privilege of living on this earth. You got to be able to serve. But, hear me well, you'll also need to balance that with a piece of wisdom taught from a lesson from one of our greatest social advocates, Dr. King. Because he teaches us, with his life experience, the fact that his letter from a Birmingham jail was actually written from jail. Somebody know what I'm talking about. Now, with respect to responsibilities, we had opportunities, challenges, now we got responsibilities. See, in embracing the legacy that you've been blessed to inherit, that should come with the recognition that each of you owes a debt to someone who made it possible for you to occupy this specific space and time. And your responsibility then is to pay it forward such that you cultivate the garden for the next generation of physicians and healthcare providers who will come after you. In this moment, if you haven't read it, I want to introduce you to the words of Frantz Fanon. Fanon, the great Algerian psychiatrist, was clear. He said, each generation out of relative obscurity must reach out and seek to fulfill its legacy or betray it. Your responsibility is to fulfill your legacy. And I get oftentimes students, graduate students, even professionals who come in and say, Dr. P, like what up and blah, 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 this is going wrong in my life. And I do two things. In my office of the president at Cal State University Dominguez Hills, I got a picture of Martin and Malcolm on one wall and the ancestors and the slave journeyers on the other. And I keep it real and authentic that way because I turn to folk and remind them that you have to learn to contextualize struggle. It used to cost us our life as people of color if a slave master knew we knew how to read. Now all we got to do is stand up and exercise our voice, and we're trying to compare that to what the ancestors went through to get us to these places we now occupy today. Are you kidding me? See, Dr. Valerie Montgomery Rice, OB-GYN, and first woman president and CEO of Morehouse School of Medicine reminds us about her own experiences. And she tells us that medicine allowed me to find my passion, but leadership allowed me to find my purpose. I didn't even know something like this existed for me and people like me, is what she said. So I've come to the place that I didn't expect, but I know that I'm in the right place at the right time. So your responsibility is to find your passion and purpose. Your university's namesake, Charles R. Drew, has encouraging words. What does he tell us? Excellence and performance will transcend artificial barriers created by man or woman. So let us know there will be barriers. Your responsibility is to strive for excellence that transcends them. And in focusing on your theme today, based on Angela Davis's powerful words that remind us not to accept the things we cannot change, but to change the things we cannot accept, please be prepared not to accept, but to dream about what's possible and be the agents of change. I close. Let me close this address by understanding that the remarks I delivered this morning in the context of this august body of intellectuals and practitioners and students occurs within the context of a world that is in disorder. Healthcare professionals, this world is in disorder. The toxic political divisiveness among political parties, wars between Russia and Ukraine, horrors committed by Hamas, by Israelis, and indiscriminate killing committed by an Israeli military and leadership against Palestinian people. It's easy to get sad and depressed and feel hopeless. But hear me well on this. Violence is wrong on any side of that fence, right? Taking hostages is wrong on any side of that fence. So I want to remind you, graduates, today that you are not just clinicians, but healers. Not just researchers, but critical and innovative thinkers. And as you strive to be a healing presence in the lives of other people, I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you in the midst of all this toxicity in the world to find hope in the midst of despair. Who can find courage in the face of fear? Who can find voice in a chamber of echoes? Who can find compassion in the face of insensitivity? And who's prepared to find love in the midst of all the hate that exists in the world? Congratulations, graduates.
Well, you can see why we invited President Parham to give our 40th commencement address. So, President Parham, thank you very much for a most inspiring address. You know, when I asked President Parham to give this year's address, he didn't say that, you know, it's going to be really hard for me because I will have given 8 previous addresses during the last 7 days, which he has done. And I think you can tell how hard he's been working. but I think you can also tell why he's been invited to give 8 addresses during the past week. So I just want to again ask everyone to give him a rousing ovation for a great address. Okay. All right. So especially for the class of 2024 and everyone else who is here today, we've now come to the time in our ceremony that has brought everyone to this point. And that, of course, is the conferring of degrees and certificates. Can all degree and certificate recipients please stand for the conferral of their respective degrees? Students stand, graduates stand. So, we're almost there. We're almost there. Okay. Now it's time for those famous words. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science, I now present to each candidate a certificate of admission to the appropriate degree, and by so doing, admit them to the rank, privileges, and responsibilities of those degrees. Graduates, again, thank you for standing. You may now be seated. And I will now receive all the candidates and call on the Grand Marshal to present them.
Mr. President, all the graduate candidates from the class of 2024 will be presented by the colleges and programs. I want to invite Dr. Prothro Stith, Dean of the College of Medicine, to present the College of Medicine candidates.
Thank you, Dr. McGee. Thank you, President Carlisle. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to present the College of Medicine class of 2024. Will the candidates for the degree Doctor of Medicine please stand. Candidates, as your name is called, please come forward and be recognized. Once you've been recognized, please return to your seat.
Carlos Machuranan. Daniel Cordova. Nabil Munshi. Amaka Ihering. Kendall Clark. Isa Abdul Kader. Erica May Bernardino. Sarah Pena Carmona. Linchelle Brumer. Michaela Poppins. Christina Ramsey. Jose Guerrero. Gurjit Kaur. Kendra Arriaga Castellanos. Wendy Cervantes de Leon. Alex Valenzuela. Aldolfo Hernandez. Chinoyelen Yonye Ikianyi. Doctor of Medicine Postbaccalaureate Program. Postbaccalaureate Leadership Program Certificate. Pardon me. Estefany de la Cruz. Angelica Godfrey. Jesse Soto Burgos. Anthony Benitez. Vanessa Sanchez Navarrete. Genesis de la Rosa. Aniela Sa'a. Joshua Florence. Raquel Amesqua. Maria Sisati.
I want to invite Dr. Monica Farini. Dean of the College of Science and Health, to present College of Science and Health candidates.
Thank you, Dr. McGee and President Carlisle. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to present the College of Science and Health class of 2024. Will the candidates for the Associate of Science Radiologic Technology, Computed Tomography Certificate, Bachelor of Science Biomedical Sciences, Master of Science Biomedical Sciences, Bachelor of Science Psychology, Bachelor of Science Public Health, Master of Public Health Urban Health Disparities, Master of Health Science, Physician Assistant, please stand. Candidates, as your name is called, please come forward and be recognized. Once you have been recognized, please return to your seat.
Associate of Science, Radiologic Technology, Gabriela Rios. Brandy Yvette Brown. Eddie Morando. Raul Andrade Chavez. Eric Cazares. Julio Lugo. Kayla Forcier. Sierra Dominique Candelaria. Holly Kimmy Ackley. Aleona Garcia. Alyssa Nicole Rivera. Sean Leonard Piga. Nave Angelina Velasco. Kathleen Herrera. Peter No. Miguel Cabada. Levi Adalid Mendoza. Olivia Gonzalez. Catherine Tsai. Nushin Rohani. Gabriela Barrios. Cedric Milan Derrick. Joshua Noah Jones. Manuel Cardenas. Alfred Cruz. Michelle Venegas. Andres Rangel. Ronnie Oroldo Samayoa. Computed Tomography Certificate. David Crenshaw. Bachelor of Science, Biomedical Sciences. Bianca Chavez. Jalen Naylor. Jocelyn Arevalo Ralios. Tor Ga. Jade Bird. Rita Cervantes. Caitlin Del Cid. Franciele Pereira. Yelena Harrison. Tamari Beasley Foster. Chastity Wilson. Sky Dodds Lewis. Amia Chapman. Mercedes Humsky. Master of Science, Biomedical Sciences. Daniel Hernandez. Navpreet Ahuwalia. Shannon Changizi. Faith Bosede. Agatha May Teneza. Bria Mays. Alexis Freeman. Erica Davis. Nia Harper. Karthana Muthukrishnan. Jennifer Chavez. Sandrine Linda DeJosta Voulon. Maria Perez. Adiba Chowdhury. Zorina Kate Igama. Sahara Thompson. Eden Hardy. Jimmy Lira. Edith Soto. Hama Gansari. Alan Salgado. Awitso Perfecto Requejo. Jessica McCarnes. Byron Gonzalez Flores. Luis Huidor. Rocio Manante Navarro. Bachelor of Science, Psychology. Heidi Campos. Bachelor of Science, Public Health. Carissa Toruno. Jade Dispanic.
We're almost done with class. Wait 1 second, she got a line of, okay, go ahead.
Master of Public Health, Urban Health Disparities. Gareb Feumba Othniel. John Pereira. Jocelyn Harrow. Kiona Rachel Hardson Simpson. Noel Burrell. Stephanie Sanchez. Jocelyn Cabral. Jessica Gordon. Amy Mancia. Tiffany Hogan. Kana Njai. Brenda Rodriguez Ponce. Cassandra Bishop. Master of Health Science, Physician Assistant. Jose Sanchez. Iman Yosef. Michael Reed. Kiana Morris.
Congratulations, class of 2024.
I want to invite Dr. Gail Washington, Dean of the Mervyn M. Dimely College of Nursing, to present the College of Nursing candidates.
Thank you, Dr. McGee, and thank you, President Carlisle. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to present the Mervyn M. Dimely College of Nursing class of 2024. Will the candidates of the Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, RN to BSN, Master of Science in Nursing, Entry-Level Masters, Master of Science in Nursing, Family Nurse Practitioner, Master of Science in Nursing, Psych Mental Health Nurse Practitioner, Postmaster Certificate Family Nurse Practitioner, Postmaster Certificate Psychiatric Mental Health Nurse Practitioner, and the Doctor of Nursing Practice. Please stand. Please stand.
Yeah, this is 300. This is
Okay. Please come to the stage as your name is called and return to your seats, please.
Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Ngozi and Nozi. Juliet Inyene. Ifanichukwu Ajufo. Chad White. Chioma Chukwuma. Olawumi Robinson. Ijeoma Oreegbu. Kanita Ilam. Andrea Romo. Alejandra Romo. Elahe Fanzanfar. Moro Nkumbe Hunt. Abidemi Sosanya. Eunice Chidiegbo. Marvy Williams. Michael Jones. Bernice Alicia McCant Spencer. Arusha Duncan. Lauren Wallace. Jasmine Mendoza. Alexandra Arzaga. Jason Clyde Ravallo. Vanessa Abdul-Malak. Hannah Abdul Kader. Tatiana Owens. Destiny Gray. Jade Newton. Lakeisha Cole. Brianna Heron. Bachelor of Science in Nursing, RN to BSN. Jessica Picos. Master of Science in Nursing, Entry-Level Masters. Tiffany Isishe. Atina Gaspar Giazian. Blessing Uchokupu. Chibuzo Nzene, Chineye Egariva, Christina Isabella Cinco, Jennifer Anaberry, Leslie Jimenez, Kimberly Molinar, Marsha Lourdes Molina,
You have to make your name happen.
Lauren Hanson,
Two people.
Hannah Mercuria, Sierra Barnes, Chidi Njoku, Leah Waite, Ogechi Okafor,
Make sure you get your first name right.
Aliyah Fabian, Joanna Beltran, Bianca Melkonian, Shafak Rana Awan, Emily Martinez, Ijeoma Nwagbo, Destiny Velarde, Nameka Okafor, Vincent Chin, Vince Chin, Sumerian Abdullah, Renee Bordenave, Lucille Guion, Sia Sian Dees, Jewel Poe,
She's dancing. Okay, there we go.
Taylor Martinez, Cindy Diaz Gudinez. Cheyenne Ndubaku. Abdul Malik Ogunlade. Savino Hoshizaki. Elijah Gutierrez. Rocio Diaz. Joyce Barahom. Eris Lady McLeod Ruiz. Julie Munoz. Christina Martinez. Sulin Cheng. Catherine Way. Andrea Badua. Brianna Willis. Livia Viana. Berkowit Gorfiner. Kelichi Umuna. Sydney Ani. Oluwatobi Toyenbo. Ravnor Sahota. Alicia Lake. Nathan Vu. Patrick Young.
Wait, post-station in the set. Yes. So now you're on this one, Master of Science.
Master of Science in Nursing, Family Nurse Practitioner. Ernestine Nije. Diana Galeana. Jamise Ware. Ebony Harvey, Taylor Holly,
She's coming up, okay.
Alain DeLeos, Rainer Gloria, Kate Toronzo, Celendonia Myrna Marquez, Maria Teresa Mercado, Eliza Ann Lorenzo, Peter Paul Badua, Makia Mills,
You had something to do.
They're not sure.
Tanya Sweeney,
Okay, you have a set one set. Okay.
Akua Sutherland, Marcella Berry, Emmy Rivera, Lucy Rivera, Rebecca Henson, Joshua Pulma, Ma Renzel Thoresna Caparos, Anna May Abaya, Jocelyn Baltazar, Renee Rose Gonzalez, Daniel Canales, Janet Mikaelian, Laura Lopez, Adrien Dagbashian, Isabel Sarkisian. Lucine Dushikian. Brittany Uzoma. Hejun Kong. Yukari Nakamura. Veronica Pina. Kayla Robinson. Tabitha Mason. Ramisha Ibani. Lily Afshar. Susanna Jananian. Anna Barcelo. Amanpreet Kaur. Jaspreet Kaur. Patrick Wanyonyi. Tamara Margolis. Tochukwu Wigwe. Hopeton Lehon. Master of Science in Nursing, Psychiatric Mental Health Nurse Practitioner. Grace Hogunkunle. Chioma Oranyo. Jalisa Banks. Norma Rodriguez. Adelina Alejos Rivera. Susie Garay Cesena. Martha Nanette Bucci. Kahil Sandoval. Susan Afuwape. Carolina Gonzalez. Sheila Green. Rebecca Bangura. Andrew Lara. Christine Lee. Jodianne Davidson. Samuel Schultz. Mary Waweru. Blessing Omorui. Francis Wabwize.
I know, you're doing well. It's fine. There was one tough one.
Terrence Jackson. Danica Mills.
Postmaster's certificate. Wait, there's one more second.
Shaniqua Danielle. Selena Ortiz. Camille Ramsey. Jones Onyu. Jacqueline Finley. Spencer Font.
Yes.
Postmaster Certificate, Psychiatric Mental Health Nurse Practitioner. Amandeep Kaur. Arvin Arguelles. Pavneet Kaur. Gabrielle Carter.
How do we do your last name?
Paula Ahumareze. Uchenna Ekayanwu. Uju Chiboke. Nancy Annaberry. Shaquanta Pearson. Vicente Ronald Gayton. Teodora del Pilar. Rhea Anu Nuevo Arias. Sarah Matigi. Angela Warren. Elizabeth Carranza. Rosalba Cadena Beltran. Postmaster Certificate Family Nurse Practitioner. Mark Lee Melendrez. Athrendini Shackelford. Sharice Montgomery. Chloe Jordan. Masha Marcosian. Doctor of Nursing Practice.
Dr. Nena K. Juba. Yes.
First name Nena.
Doctor, yes.
Nena Elke Juba. Christine Mbamalu.
Yes, sir.
Obina Metu. Joseph Onwuka. Chantel Ann Paris Gill. Ulrika Pasternak. Jeannie Umanzor. Ramon Pasina Jr.
To the Mervyn M. Donnelly College of Nursing graduating class of 2024. Congratulations.
Well, there's one more thing to do. First of all, I'd like to thank the university staff who planned and executed today's ceremony. And of course, express my appreciation to the faculty and administrators who gave their time to participate also. Their presence and commitment means a great deal to all of us, all of our graduates. Thank you again. And now I'd like to ask our graduates to please stand. Looking at this assembly, I can truly say this is a most joyous occasion. Thank you. So, the last step in the process. It is customary in academia that graduates switch their tassel from the right side to the left after the degree is conferred. For the graduates whose tassel is on the right side, to commemorate your academic achievement, please switch your tassel to the left. And now, of course, please turn and face the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present the Charles R. Drew University. Before we leave, it is the tradition of Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science to include in the commencement the song Lift Every Voice and Sing, known as the Negro National Anthem. The song is a celebration of the faith and hope that has sustained people of all races, ethnicities, and cultures in the struggle for liberty. I invite you to join us and stand in singing this anthem.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening sky. rolling sea. Come on, sing it with me. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Thank you. Congrats.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Kayla Starr. Thank you very much, Kayla, for a most rousing rendition. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the 40th commencement ceremony of the Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science. As we leave the auditorium, the platform, we request that you please wait until the last person in the recession has left before leaving your seats. You can meet your graduate outside the auditorium. Thank you for attending and congratulations, class of 2024.